We're here racing at Vegas, but we're doing this in honor of the people who were lost or hurt in Ohio in this local in this week. There was a shooting in Ohio. This race is to honor to those people whose family who may have lost loved ones or who may have been hurt in those shootings.
Very, very tragic events. I consider myself a old man. I guess I'm 37, born in '81. Things we didn't see back in when I was a kid. It's just seems like it's becoming more, more you hear about it more often. Just really, really tragic.
Yeah, like saying we saw the last race. We did a the same thing honors for those people who were hurt and harmed in the El Paso shooting. We did a tribute for them. We're not like saying both these races are in tribute for those two shootings for all those people who were lost in those two shootings. But we're not gonna we're not gonna try to make a big deal of it. Like I said, we try and bring everybody's hopes back up. We're gonna start racing. The thing we all love to do. We're gonna show some good side by side racing. And like I said, if you saw the last race, we saw Spanger taking the first one at Texas. So, Roofer, who do you think got a good shot winning here at Vegas?
Well, I tell you what, the 24 car looked really strong in the first race. RKM looks strong, Trout looks strong, AJG at times. I mean, there's a lot of guys, and it's all going to depend on if Noco, if his connection, if you don't have connection issues here in the
Yeah,
second race. But man, that 24 car looked tough in that first race,
yeah.
so I'm gonna have to
Titan,
be.
he was making
Yeah,
his name well known, winning the first
right.
stage, running up front, finishing second. He was making a strong
I,
first and
I'm gonna tell
first.
you who you can never count out now. Celtics. Celtics is always in the top five and in every race now. So
Yeah,
I almost put him there too. But like Titans was in a whole other league.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
saying and like saying if you saw like saying the last race in Dash, there's a lot of guys in here, especially like Titan, um, Bad for You, Cars, and Nat Fan. All three of them are development drivers from the Truck Series developmental series.
Right.
So they're new guys to the league, like development. They still going getting their feet wet. Like saying they're like saying new, like saying for what they showed in that race, even though a lot of them didn't finish up in the top five, they showed they could run up front, race clean. So maybe in this all season they may get picked up by a team or two, maybe get some offers to but maybe Toyota, Chevrolet, or Ford, but they've been looking like they have a bright future here in this league. So there's something to watch out for. And I'm not gonna lie, Titan put on a good show. Like saying for a while, it looked like that was like I say, it looked like he was fluffy for a while. Cause it looked like he was in his own area code for a good while.
Yeah, he was. That's when I was tuning in, man. I turned in, I was like, wow, who is in the 24? And I was like, wait a minute, that's Titans. And he was just like kind of just doing kind of like Chase Elliott did today in the first two stages of Watkins Glen until Truex was able to run him down. But it just, he just seemed like he had one of the dominant car, really impressive, 'cause I know this is what his second Cup race with us, pretty much.
I, I, I think that
Titans ain't been
yeah, his second race tonight. And like I say,
right.
I say he's one of the upcomers. Like I say, he did good in trucks. He got win trucks already in his first two start. I don't know if he ran Xfinity yet, but like I say, second so far in Cup so far. I think he's got something to prove. And like saying, if he can do what he did in the Truck Series, finish second in one and win the next one, I think he's gonna be someone here to stick around for and possibly a future champion in this league.
Right, no doubt. No, that's no doubt about that. That's yeah. It surprised me, to be honest. I mean, it's not easy to come in here and run with a group of guys you've never really raced with. You know what I'm saying? And you're a fast guy, so you got to hope that they're fast, and you just got to kind of hope that they're clean, and so that's why it kind of works out for a lot of these new guys in Giggity because there's not literally like a whole bunch of guys in Giggity that are super overly aggressive. They are kind of patient. I mean, they take their time, kind of speed. They wait till stage 3 or the end of the stages to show their speed. And they don't have to push the issue being 3 wide. So that's why I can see some of these like rookies coming in and showing, success right out of the box because we're not. I don't know. I'm not gonna say wrecks don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But not as many wrecks as some other leagues that I've raced in personally.
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
like a lot of these guys are coming in, they showing that hey, I can race with y'all. I can run up front too. So I'm here to say as we're getting the invites to come join the race after they just qualified. So let's go over to there.
The second race, he didn't run the first race. I did see that. I'll have to look at the updated roster, but Bad for You Racing's another one of them new guys. I always got to pull for my Toyota guys. AJG, he looked like he had a good car at certain times of the race. Last race we did. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at Vegas. It's a fun track to watch.
Yeah.
Just like Texas is putting that's whenever they announced it, that's what the schedule was for the Cup. I was excited for this week. That's 2 good tracks.
Yeah, but as it's going on, it looks like they're just taking the green flag, and it looks like Trout was started on pole with Lights of Plant on the outside, Mills in third, and looks like they all stacking up behind them, but they kept it all green, and looks like Trout starting to pull on ahead. Well, here comes Lights of Plant on the outside, followed by AJG, and Mills behind them, and looks like that second lane is starting to get a good run on the outside. Looks like that's starting to get going.
Yeah, they're looking really racy right now.
Oh, big wreck.
Vegas
12's around.
Trouble.
22, 9, 2. Everybody's around. 6 around. 24's around.
Hey, can you tell me if I need to turn my mic up or not? Yeah, that was a big one right there.
And I think, actually, no, I think they staying green too.
Yeah, that's right now. Trout, he's out ahead right now. I guess they haven't called a caution.
Ooh, got caught up in the wall. Ooh, car bounced off the wall. Looks to be the, I think that was the 23 of AJG. So that's a tough break for him. But he's got a lot of time to bounce back.
Okay, so the 23 is AGG. Okay.
But as of right now, the 18, he's starting to open up a big gap. But looks like the 42 and the 4 is trying to get lined up and trying to get hooked up.
There's a car way up there out of the groove there. Who is that? Let's see. That was, I think, a 20 car Mills.
Yeah,
he
looks like he was
out the wall.
Yeah, looks like he's trying to get the outside lane to start coming in. Maybe try to open up that Kyle Larson line, try and get that high line to come in, see if he can make a run on there.
You can do it here at Vegas, but they got stripes in the corners. If you notice at Vegas, that they say that's they show that's the fastest line, but there is 3 different lines here around this track. You can run the bottom, the middle, or the top, but Vegas is like the easiest track for any of the beginners. All you got to do is just go through the middle white dotted lines you see there in the corner. And if you stay in the middle of those, man, that's you fly around this track.
As we saw that as RJ may move on the full car, likes to plan to get the second. Now he's gonna try to set his eyes on the back end, the 18 car Trout. Let's see if he can try to put. Oh, looks like Trout caught the apron, got a little loose. And RJ had nowhere to go but
nice
to fall instead. Oh, they're wrecking
around, 18 around. Yeah, that was a big one there. Oh,
big wreck. That's tough to see the 4 leaders. It looks like the AT just clipped the apron and started to wash up the track right in front of RJ. RJ had nowhere to go, and all those leaders had just a handful of cars. All of them just trying to check up and find a line to go to. But that's a tough sight to see.
That's going to help those guys out that the caution didn't come out for that other wreck. So that it kind of, I mean, I figured the caution was going to come out with that wreck happen, so that's good for those guys that the caution. I hate to see the Trout and them, you know, wrecked like that, but it was good for the guys that got in the previous incident. You've probably been there, Trey, you know what I'm saying? Someone lag in front of you, and you get, you know, complete in their wreck, and you get, you know, start the race 10, 12 seconds behind. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
When that caution comes out, you're like, oh, my goodness, I can make my adjustments. This is awesome, because they're not running custom setups. They're running defaults, so until you get that first caution, you know, sometimes your car is tough to handle, you know. For me, RKM, look at that up there in the second and 96.
Yeah, it looks like we got lights to plant lead.
Car in the apron, sorry, but he saved it. Okay.
It looks to be the. I think that's the
plant.
No, that's the 22 of that fan. He's lost the pace, but he's still going. But up front, we got the four.
We got a white car in the back spinning. Yeah. Ooh. I don't think it's going to be a caution because it's just
it looks to be the 23 at AJG as they're stacking up there 3 wide behind them as he got called way up the track. Those to be Taddy in the middle as they still 3 wide. They all big wreck. 12's
big for big wreck. Yeah.
12's around.
Taddy is spinning hard.
12, 21.
A Laird Baker.
9 a Spanker who just won our Texas race. He's in it too. That's a tough break to see. But yeah,
I'm surprised Spanker didn't qualify up closer to the front, or maybe he did and had an issue. You know, we popped in a little late, you know, after qualifying. But Spanker, he's tough to contend with sometimes.
Yeah,
he's pretty quick. But they'll get it straightened out here and give us some good green laps. I know that last race, that was a good race. You and Nick, man, y'all did a great job in the booth, man.
It's fun to watch.
Yes, sir. I think we're already up to 60-something views, so that's actually pretty good for an hour. That's a killer job, buddy.
As we go back green, we see the looks like the 4-man pit, and now we see the 96 RKM lean to the start as the 21 is on the outside line.
Okay, so 38.
Oh, we got the 38 looking to the inside of the 96. He's got some help from his dash driver of the 22 and that fans. He might push him past him, but it looks like the
RKM is getting a good run on the outside. Actually, I was actually, you know, like, oh dang, what are you doing, RKM? Don't give him the bottom, but he actually got a good run up there on the top. So I better just let my captain do it.
We got a couple cars in the wall behind them. We got the 12 and the 24 and the 2 in the wall behind them. Ooh, got a couple cars going toward the infield.
In the inside, yeah, in the
inside. The 6, the 21.
20, the 21. No caution.
Actually, I think that will bring out a caution.
We do got a caution, yeah. Right now, RKM seems to have a really good setup in this car. I'm gonna go like mid-pack and go on onboard so I can get a better view. That's a good thing about being a commentator. You get to watch it. You know, the broadcaster usually has to watch the guy out front. The commentator, he gets to do whatever he wants. So I can go and watch everybody's in-car, everything. It's a blast. But anybody interested in running Giggity, man? I know there's a lot of leagues that are pretty much saying, you know, we're not, you know, doing anything until NASCAR Heat 4 comes out. Well, we're thinking that don't come out for like a couple more months, and there's some of us that just have like racing in our blood. So if anybody is a clean racer, I don't care if you're fast, if you know, whatever, just as long as you're a clean racer, man.
We got a car in the grass on the start. I think that's
he held it, Spanker. He went all the way back to the back. I think that was a 9 of Spanker. I'll go double check.
Oh, as it said that, we got Battle for Lead. Oh, looks like Plant got loose on the exit too. Big wreck.
Big wreck. trouble. 20, 18, 2, 24. Ooh, as the 9 just come in door the 23. If that had been a real life one, that would have been. Ugh.
And it'll be more easy to tell you who won, and they got the 96 RKM, the 22 a Nap fan, the 38 a Bathview, and the 21 Cars fan. Those are the only 4 survivors that made through that. But it looked like Plant had a run, and he was trying to go to the inside of RKM, and RKM just put a block on him, and he just clipped the apron. And that he tried to hang on to it, but when he tried to catch it, it just sent him right back up in the middle of the track, and it was just on from there.
Yeah, I tell you what, it does not take much at the speed you're running in these tracks to just the air. It disturbs your car so much that it's not hard to wreck somebody unintentionally just by taking the air off of them. When we did a test at Chicago one day just to see where if you take bump draft somebody, where does it take their air off at to see where it's going to turn them. And I'm not going to say it on air so everyone knows how to do it, but there's a spot.
Oh, got caught around.
18, big time at 18 around.
Well, let's say he kept.
Everybody knows, you get at someone's right rear, you have to be careful. It's give and take.
Oh, big rake behind and turn to 9, huge. 23, 42, 2, 12,
2,
4.
20. Yeah, that was a big one there.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, these
96 drop front.
It's just like I say, these drag tracks are so. Like I say, it's like you're running Daytona Talladega. Like I say, when something happens in front of you, it's kind of hard to quickly react because you're going so fast. And like I say, everybody's so. Like I say, one guy makes one little mistake, try to step out of line or gets loose, and everybody just starts piling up behind them.
You know what I do, Trey, when that happens? Like, when I race a track that let's say I'm like 2/10 off, and I know I don't got a top 3 car. I'll sit there in the back and just be patient and just try to miss those incidents, and try to stay in the draft, and just hope people just get bent out of shape in front of you and get a good finish out of the way. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
But as we go back green, we got 12 in grass, but looks like he keep it down there. But looks like we got a couple of these rookies. Like we see Titan, he's back up there. We see the 38 back for use up there. Oh, we see Titan making a move, making a big move.
Giving it to him.
Made a big move. I'm
gonna have to have a talk to him this week about when he's out front protecting that bottom. You just can't. You got to make him. If you're gonna make him pass you,
wide for second. Can they keep giving each other room as they 3 wide behind him?
He's getting a big draft on him now because I believe he's got one of the faster cars on the track right now. He's just running a little different line, RKM in that 96.
I see these cars in the back. They're about 3 wide behind them. And they give each other space behind them.
That's a hornet's nest back there. Anything can happen.
Like I said, we on board with Taddy. Like I said, right now we on board with Taddy right now. He's right in the middle of it. Like I said, that's the one thing that we're about 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take the fans to the onboard of the middle of that hornet's nest and see what it's like. And tell me it don't take no skill to a race NASCAR.
Oh, we got a car up in the wall to a boom key. Keep it up there.
Especially if you
they're stacking up big wreck.
I see a car flipping.
Big wreck.
Trouble here at Vegas as a whole bunch of people just lost a lot of positions right there.
I think the only ones that made it out there was the top 2 because they pulled so far ahead. But everybody else...
I seen car airborne. That was a pretty good one there. I was kind of watching RKM's line, but then I was watching from behind, and like I said, it looks like these top couple guys like Titans, RKM, they're staying out front, so they're avoiding all this mess, So now they got to think a pit strategy. Man, do I want to pit and get back there and get involved in that junk? Some of these tracks are hard to pass at. There's one lane. All right.
We saw that at Texas, it was kind of hard to pass, especially on old tires, unless you know how to get around there, especially if your car was sounding right. But as we see, we
I'll
got.
tell you what. Even going back to the green here, but I'll tell you, I got a story about Titans here. That, you know, he's new to the game. You know, as he's our leader right now. Since he's leader, I'll tell this story. But this is like maybe last week, middle of last
Oh,
week.
they're 3 wide by in the mid pack right there. About to be 4 wide. I don't know how they about to make it through that. That's a 3 wide on the backstretch.
Yeah. Look at RKM coming back down on the bottom line.
Oh, they've been going 4 wide and 3 and 4 back in the pack.
I don't know where he was racing at though, but Titans was brand new to me. I've never ran a lap with him, and he came. I was watching him on the mirror, you know. I'm like, man, this guy's coming pretty good here. And then I thought he was just coming to the corner really hot, and he actually passed me on the high side of the track. Normally, you just don't pass on the high side, and stuck it, never touched me. And I was like, you know what? That guy's got talent, and he's been pretty good here since he's made it in the Cup.
Oh, we got a couple cars around back there. 9. Who's that? 42, 2, 21, 4. Big wreck behind there.
Oh, so it's going to be what, about our 5th caution, I believe? Yeah. But no, it just impressed me. You know how it is when you get very used, when you drive with a new guy, you're usually expect the worst. You know, you don't expect the best possible outcome. You're like, oh,
well,
man, this guy's gonna wreck me.
Well, like I say, it takes a while to get. Like I said, when you never race against, like I say, especially when you join the league, you race with so many regular guys, and we get new drivers and all that stuff to join. It takes a while to learn how they drive it into the corner, how they arc,
right,
and all that stuff. It just takes a while.
Exactly. The first time he actually drove in the corner, I doored him. I could not hold the bottom, and my car just plowed him. And I'm thinking, man, when this guy gets back to me, whoever he is, he's gonna destroy me. And he didn't. You know, I apologize. Like, dude, 24 did not mean to. But yeah, he's gonna be hard to beat right now. I think him and RKM. And I'll tell you what, the 20, he's been in a couple of events early, but Mills looks like he's got a really strong Toyota in that number 20 right there.
We got a car on the apron way in the back.
Spanker on the apron.
42, 38.
He takes Trout. Oh, did he catch Trout? No. He managed to stay out of Trout. It was just him there, so I think we're going to stay under green.
Oh, big wreck up front.
RKM, unfortunately, but hopefully that was under caution, so he don't lose all the
Actually,
positions.
I think that might have been a staging right there.
Yep, I think so. That's why they were getting that aggressive like that at the end of the stage. That would make good sense to me. Well, I know. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Like I said, our founders here, you know, Taddy does a lot. Smitty, Trey, Eric, all the guys in the booth, Boomhauer. Man, there's just so many people here that do so much for this league. They keep track of points, and you know they work a 9-to-5 job and still manage to, you know, keep this league going. It's just it's exploded, man. Anybody wants to be a part of it, like I said, just give any of us a holler. We even have dirt now as well. Ran on an inaugural dirt race last night, I believe.
But as you see that, we got a new leader up front, being the third area back view up front. He's got a car up in the wall. Looks like the 24 just kissed the wall in the back, but they're still good. As they're 3 wide behind them. Ooh, got a couple cars make contact. Got caught.
Oh, I did. Yep, they're wiggling back there.
Looks to be the.
Oh, 22, I believe.
Oh, got a big wreck up front. 6 around. 6 is up in the air, flipping end over.
18, I believe, end over end. Oh my goodness! And then he gets hit again. Wow. Kyle, well, for what Kyle Busch did in the race earlier by brake checking William Byron, he kind of deserved that. Even though that's my buddy driving that car, Trout. So not Kyle Busch in the car, but that made me so mad during the race when that happened, though, man. I was like, he was the one that swung in on the first lap on William Byron, but Byron did nothing but drive his line. He spun himself out, and then he's going to brake check him, at the end of the stage. I thought that was very classless.
I don't think he brake checked. I think Byron was trying to send a message, and it just didn't go as right.
Oh, I've seen a lot of black smoke, man. I've seen tires lock up on my when I was to me, but I may have to rewatch it. Maybe I was just heated in the moment. Ever since he wrecked Dale Jr. in Richmond, I've never cared for the guy.
But we're going back
green. I will
green.
not say he can't drive, though. Yeah, he can drive.
But as we go back green
tonight, it was on a mission here at Vegas. He's been on that front row every restart.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, you got a couple cars stacking up behind them.
The high line just didn't go. Okay. Oh, the 42 to 22's getting a little wild back there in the back again. He saves it, though.
But as we see, whoa, we better go 3 wide for second with the 9 in the middle. Is he going to make it stick? We got the
I think he backed up, but I think he let off a little bit. And I've noticed the RKM's one of the guys that don't go down there and kind of dip onto the apron here at Vegas. I can't do it myself because I'm the wheel. And a lot of these other guys do, and it knocks about a 10th off your lap, but you can't do it.
Oh, 24 is going to make it 3 wide in the middle.
Big wreck. This ain't going to work. Big wreck. The whole field, besides Trout, Taddy, and a few other cars there that managed their way through that. I believe they've seen that coming. I mean, we seen that coming building in the booth. That was you can kind of tell when that's coming. As we actually get from a driver's onboard view. A little aggravated. It's hard to miss cars, he said, when they're spinning right in front of you, which it is. This is one of those tracks when there's nowhere to go. Right there is nowhere to go. So that's why after racing these games, I get a whole new outlook on NASCAR. Like, I'm always like, man, on lap 1 through 100 the first day, they're not really being that aggressive, And once you race, you understand why, why would you, save yourself for stage 3, put yourself in a good position. It's a 4, yeah, totally wiped out like 4 cars in the back.
Are they still wrecking?
20, yeah, 12's around as well. But yeah, expensive as these cars are, you wreck you a couple nowadays, you lose a sponsor, it hits you in the wallet, Back in, the late 90s and early 2000s, there were so many fans at the track, they had 15 backup cars,
Well, like I was saying, back then, those cars were they're a lot cheaper to make because like I said, there's not that, back then, there was not that much science into the downforce and everything. Nowadays, like I said, the bodies are so lightweight, fiber and the chassis and all that stuff. And the time they spend the dyno just showing the draft effect.
Scan, I've seen how they laser scan, and they can tell if something's just a millimeter off, and it's giving a driver a millimeter advantage. It's crazy how technical NASCAR has come from its roots of actually guys that had fast cars that bootlegged moonshine as hell,
Like I said, it's grown from bringing like I said, I want to race, I'm just bringing the station wagon and going to the track and say, yeah, slap the number on there and going out to the track. But
and then it went from that to old Steve was like,
hey, car up in the wall, 2's in the wall.
So far they're staying under green.
But it looks like
It
that two
saved
man
it.
lost a little time.
Right.
As we see the 9-car Spanker
The
are
RKM still, he's haunting him in second, right there on his bumper. I
yeah.
mean, RKM really wants to
Ooh, got a
win
car
bad.
way up the track. The 21's up there. Can keep it up there though. About 3 wide for a second.
Ooh,
As they're
Teddy's
shot.
right there on the high line with Titan underneath him with AJG right there on
Ooh,
his bumper. That 21 was getting a little
got a couple
wild.
cars in the wall.
96 underneath the Spanker for the lead. Let's see if he can hold him. Spanker tries to come down and pinch him off a little bit, but RKM's gonna have to make a real low entry here. If he can hold, Spanker pushed him down.
Can clear him.
Kind of
just barely cleared him coming out too. And now can RKM get a good run going in 3 and 4.
That's how nice of a guy RKM is. He just had to let totally out of the gas.
But here comes that 23 of AJG right behind him. As he's now trying to get a neat RKM.
I believe them Toyotas right there, they're just really fast. Spanker, he's got a fast Chevrolet out front.
But look at that run RKM just gets off the top line.
Exactly.
He might try diving in. He gonna try diving in 3 and 4, try and get underneath them. It's pushing.
Yeah, I've noticed he hasn't been able to make it stick. You get underneath there and you get so aero tight.
Well, like saying, because he probably, like I say, he probably set his car up to run the top line, so it's kind of probably tight on the bottom, but it's a lot more free up top.
Right, he's made it, his setup to where he enters the corner
he's gonna peek to the inside of Spanker this time, going in 3 and 4. Can get the stick going in there.
He's letting off. I'm on his own board. He is letting off a lot.
Well, it looks like they're going to be side by side. And here comes AJG to the back end of 9. Is he going to try to make a 3 wide, try to get the lead?
He needs to get behind his captain right now. And I would be down there with the 96 myself.
Oh, he might. He's going to try to cross him up. I don't know. He's going to try to cross him up. Maybe try to put 3 wide, but he thought better of it.
He needed to get, if he would get down there and help the 96, that would be the momentum the 96 would need. But see, because now I guess he's dog eat dog. He has to do what he has to do for himself. Because that put RKM back in third. AJG kind of.
Like I say, it might have been a different story if AJG was an Xfinity driver. AJG, he's a Cup driver too. As he gets, as 9 goes wide.
Now he's a 96, helps him out, but he drafts up in the Spanker. It wasn't intentional. Hopefully Spanker didn't think it was intentional. It's just the 96 can't hold the bottom.
Ooh,
his
contact.
Setup is designed
the 96.
This ain't good. I'm going to predict a wreck, guys, because they're fixing to get 3 wide. These guys that are right behind the 96 and they're getting antsy and behind the 9 and 96.
Looks like RKM might. No, he ain't gonna clear him yet.
Yeah, they don't need to push the issue. I mean, they're putting on a great show for the fans right now. They're running 2x2 as AJG has actually took over the lead.
Oh, they're about to be 3 wide. They're gonna be 3 wide.
3 wide. Oh. That was great by RKM to hold that, because I know he's been floating all day up to this hop.
Then they're 3 wide behind him. 3 wide
contact to him and cut to Eddie. Big contact. Big wreck. Oh, I knew it was brewing. I've been there in that spot. You drive up to a certain driver and it's like, all right, I'm the same exact speed as him, and I can't. There's nowhere to go. And then there's guys that get to your bumper, and you're like, hey guys, well, I guess I'll let you go around because I can't pass them. Let's see how you do. And then you end up stacking up, and you end up wrecking. There's literally nowhere to pass it. Mm-hmm. This is one of these tracks, I've said that so many times. Here, go ahead. Good luck passing him. And it's funny because they'll be like, oh, I'll get around him, no problem. Okay. Famous last words. Oh, man. Go on, RKM's on board, man. I'm going to see. I know he just did a good. Oh, it's the 22 and
Oh, 20
RPM
was
make
on the apron.
contact right from the
20.
get-go. Oh, big wreck. Trouble coming around here at Vegas. Oh, about half the car field's taken out.
We ain't half. That's the whole car field.
Heavy lick right there. Hope you guys was able to see that one. That could have been wreck of the year right there. Some of these guys, you know, they like short track. Some guys don't like mile and a half. So I don't know. I'm surprised to see this many wrecks at Vegas. You know? Vegas is usually one of them epic fun tracks, but everyone's probably dead even because we're on default. That's why they're not being able to single file out and get away from each other, because we're on default.
Oh, they're 3 wide in the back. Or 2 wide.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Here, as long as you're, like, you can be 2 tenths slower than the leader in qualifying, as long as
Who
you
got
can
caught on the
hang into
apron behind them?
Yeah,
Looks to be
boom.
the two of Boom. He looks like he kept it down there.
The 96 is underneath the 38, which if I was 38, he has to be careful because the 96 is stepping up. He's washing up. Another
big
contact, wreck. 96 around, yep. 18 around, 4 around. They've been rolling the dice here at Vegas today, boys, but it hasn't been going very well.
All day we've been getting just number snake eyes at the moment.
That's right. There's been a lot of crapping out at the moment.
I say it's just the runs you get, and I say you don't want to lift, because once you get lift, you're gonna lose all your momentum. So you just take it and run and hope for the best, but it never ever works out like that.
Honestly, when I'm trying to be serious, I try to like treat my car as if it was a true real life race car, that if I blew a tire, I was gonna have to pay for it. And then, you know, if a lot of you know, it's just a good approach to take. You know, like on Formula One, you actually got a safety rating right next to your name. So as soon as you go into a lobby, if you're actually Joe Wreck Everybody, everyone's gonna know you're Joe Wreck Everybody. So you know, so I kind of wish they would do the same thing with, you know, kind of put the safety rating.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, like saying if you play the World Series, you got A, B class, and C class. I think that might play in a part in when you race online, especially your speed rating.
Right. Yeah, so I've raced iRacing as well, and that's the same rating. I mean, you start off as and you got to earn license to get to the next level, you know. And if you go out there,
oh, they're 3 wide behind them. Boom's in the wall behind them, but they're 3 wide front for second. Let's see the 23 makes contact with the 38.
Contact. Oh, shoots him straight across the track. Oh man. Everybody is just, right now it's still no caution.
No, it's caution out.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it's more what happened was the apron transaction, where if you're not all the way on the apron, it just hooks you one way.
Right. Myself personally, I that's what, right between them lines, man. If you get down there underneath that first dotted white line and the apron, my car, your car gets so tight and wants to push you to the wall. But if you stay about a car length up where those white lines are painted, bam. Like, I remember I called a race with Alex Ned, and he said he raced with the Richard Petty experience at this track, and that's what they taught him to drive. That's what the white lines were for. And just for future reference for guys that want to run Vegas, just try to stay in between the white lines and watch your lap times. I mean, don't consider to go way faster.
As we head back green, we got the Nina Spanker, who just won Texas, who's leading. We got 2 dash drivers of Car Fan and Napa Fan. They're up front right now. We got Mills stop track right next to Napa fan, looks like he's gonna push the 21. Try to get by him. Ooh, 21 got a little tight plot up the track, and there's
Oh,
another wreck.
22 down, 24, 22. Ooh, so many cars. Taddy again. That was the car that he was just driving peacefully, and a car in front of him made contact, and bam. Boomhauer as well. He's having a rough night.
That'll actually be the end of stage 2.
Let's hope we have a better finish here for stage 3 at Vegas. Because right now, Sin City has been pretty rough to these guys. You know, one of my favorite tracks on the games. I'm sure I've never really heard anybody that said they didn't like Vegas. Yeah, really smooth track. I don't know. I love Vegas myself. It's not as fun as Martinsville to me. Now, if you give me the choice between racing at Bristol, Martinsville, or Vegas, I'm gonna take the short track all day. But Taddy on point here with RKM.
Taddy RKM star on the front row, followed by
our
RJ.
Captains. Look at that. Our founder Taddy on the pole.
Ooh, contact.
Our old Canadian on the outside. I call him Old Canadian RKM. He's a quick old Canadian.
Like some hard contact. It looks like Trout man some contact.
Trout, yeah, totally all the way in the back right now. So Trout has to work his way from dead last to make some noise here. Stage 3. It's like I said, he has a draft, so as long as you stay in the draft, you have a shot. You just gotta. It's just so hard to pass. These guys are stacking up.
Here comes RKM to the inside of Taddy. Can you get the stick this time?
I see it a car in the wall. The 6 car, I don't know who's in that. Must be a new dash driver, but the 6 car.
That's Larson.
Okay, Larson. No caution.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the 42 RJ's got a little help from AJ as they try and get past RKM on the inside lane.
I'm going 20s on board, and I'm gonna kind of check out. He's flirting with the apron down there. Actually, just push. Tight.
Well, here comes RKM. Here comes RJ underneath them. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead.
As I'm watching from right behind them, they're 3 wide. It's 3 by 3 right now with the 20. He's going up there with the 4s. Taddy's out there all by himself in the front saying, all right, guys, this is what I want to see in the mirror. And you can see some guys like to dip down there in the apron, and sometimes we got trouble brewing. Someone down the apron, can he save it? The 4 car, no, 20 around. I believe we're going to come to another caution. Maybe not.
21.
20 saved it pretty quick.
20. Who else is in there? I think the 22 was in there. 9's
That's good for the 6. That's going to help the 6 car out. Larson
and I think the 38 as well.
I'm going to keep my eye on the 24 car, guys. I think Titans is one of the guys that is not done here, but like I said, RKM is going to be tough to contend with as well. He just has a fast car. He's been up there all day. He's been in a few incidents, and he's got his track position back, so that... See if they can get it a little greener here in stage 3. Everybody, when they go to Vegas, that's the one thing you want to see is green. So let's see some green here in Vegas. If you go to Cali, you want to see some green. That's Taddy with Boomhauer on the 2nd row. RKM didn't look like he got a great launch on the restart. Kind of bottled him and AJG up.
Is there a couple 4s on the bound line? It looks like they're going to try to start working together.
I see that. They're doing a great job right now on that bottom line. They just took off like rockets. Taddy's car is really coming in.
Ooh, they might be 3 wide. Can they keep it clean off the corner?
Tell you what, Taddy has a really good handling car right now. He's able to run.
Ooh, here comes Boom. Boom's got in the run through the corner. He's going to look to the inside of Taddy.
He's peeking low. He gave him the bottom. But as you can see, he gets such a run on the high side. We got a car down there in the apron, which is Titans. He saves it as of right now. He goes all the way to the back instead of taking anybody out. That's a class act move right there.
FC RKM looking the inside. Boom. He's trying to get by him. So you see if he can get past Boom. Try to get past Taddy.
Oh, his RKM looks low on Boom.
Oh, looks like Boom caught the wall in the middle of two. Oh, got a couple cars stacking up behind him.
Stacking up back there. Right now they managed to save it as actually 96 looking low on Taddy. I don't know if he can make it happen right now saying Taddy's I'm your daddy, but RKM's really looking hard at him. With Boom in third.
Oh, he goes.
Big run by the 96 right there, but he
slide it up.
like,
oh, contact with the 223 behind him.
I see that. Let's hope they keep their cool there. I know AJG sometimes can lose his cool. Let's hope he just, well, AJG made the contact. Let's hope Boom keeps his cool. And AJG is looking like he's got a fast car coming up here to contend with Caddy and RKM.
That's saying, oh, he got a big run on those two guys.
Got 1-4 Toyotas. Here comes the 96 down low again, once again underneath him, but it don't seem like he can just quite make it stick.
Well, he's got help this time.
What's going to help? Right. As I'm on the above view cam, the 96 gets a great launch in there, but Taddy cuts him off that time.
Taddy put that block on him. He took his nose off. As I
believe we got another caution, actually. We were so concentrated in here into the front pack, I believe something happened.
Yeah, we got a couple cars around 20, 24, and I think and the 6, they all went around the back.
So who are you, after, we're, getting down to the nitty-gritty here, who are you, like, who do you think, who's your pick at this point right here? After you've seen...
I say getting on the crunch time, I'm thinking that 12 car is looking strong. But I say I wouldn't count RKM. He's fighting hard, trying to get that lead back. But I don't count that 23 AJ. When that door opens up, he's going to pounce on it. As you see, Boom play a little strategy.
Here comes the Boom, 2 tires or something. Let's see if Boom gets that fresh air takes off. It really hurt Taddy there on the outside, the top side. It really don't go here, no matter how good you hit your shift points. Right now, the 96 is all over the 2's bumper. He's looking high, he's looking low. That's Spanker in third right there. The 96 better get down and protect that position as he gets a big launch into the 2. Taddy, big run on the outside of the 9 and the 96 all by himself, but Trout comes back. He had a little help from Trout. Trout abandoned him. They get a little
sideways, coming to the triover. But here comes that 12 car to the outside. Boom, slides
96,
way up
here he comes.
That's the
12, here he comes,
wide.
23.
Could they get
3 wide at Vegas. Oh, 12 down to 2. Ping pong effect. The whole field 4, 42. 2, boom, into the wall. Major mayhem here at Vegas.
Yeah, that's the effects of having no tires on that restart. Playing a little strategy. Their car just did not stick going to 1 and 2 and just washed up the track. But the only guy about made through was that 96 RKM.
Real aggressive racing here at Vegas tonight. Just get your adrenaline pumping,
Everybody's putting the chips on the line. They try and get that Vegas win.
Oh yeah. Every time I go to Vegas, I want to win. I usually fly home a loser, but... As Taddy in the 96 of RKM battle on the front row once again. Let's see if everyone behind him. It just seems like 42 of RJ Smitty looking low at 96. Ping pong effect.
Oh, big right handstand by Boom and Boom,
Big, huge
and
wreck.
Teddy.
96 hard around 38. That's going to shuffle up the running order right there.
Looks like Mike's playing Boom are playing play what is that stacking game? Cause it looks like the 12 found new
Hacky
home on
sack.
top of
Yeah.
on
The
the
4 and the 12 just like parked beside each other on the backstretch and like made car love up. And finally they broke connection and got together. The Fords loving each other.
Yes, you gotta have some friends somewhere.
That was a tough one there. RKM front all night, and that's going to put him back there in the back. I hate that for him. It was so hard to pass here.
But we get, like I say, getting close to 30 laps to go in this run, and the thing that
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice about is fuel mileage.
Patty all the way in the back row too.
And I'm starting.
AJG on the point this time with Spanker on the outside. RKM didn't lose that many positions. He was actually right there on the third, but Taddy went all the way to the back. So let's see if he can work his way back to the front.
Ooh, car stacking up behind him.
Stacking up.
238.
Around. Boom. Again, I don't know if this would be a caution though. They did straighten it up pretty quick. You know, we're gonna
nah, it's a caution.
Again. Yeah. Tonight, if you was playing on yellow or green, you would be winning a lot of money if you was gambling on yellow.
Pretty much.
An action-filled night, yeah.
I've
seen it happen in Vegas, even with the most skilled bunch of guys. You're even race cars. As you can see, it never gets like in one straight line. It's always 2-3 wide. So it's hard for people to hold a line, and all it takes on NASCAR Heat 3 is one little bit of contact, and you know how it is. That's why I call it the ping pong effect. That's what I've heard so far on NASCAR Heat 4. They have eliminated that to where if you barely bounce off the wall, you don't bounce off of everything around you. So let's see, we'll go back to green here. 21 on the outside of AJG. He actually got a good restart on the outside. Whoever's in that 21 there, that was the best restart I've seen all night on the outside.
That'll be Cars fan, one of the dash drivers. So he's running up front now, but it looks like he's getting freight train. But also, and here comes that 24 oh, he looks like he got loose behind.
Cars in the wall, holding the wall. Great job.
Oh,
that's kind of up. Big trouble around again. The 6, the 20, Taddy.
Looks like that 6 just got loose in the middle and just trying to hang on to it.
This is some of my big points guys that are getting in these wrecks here. They got to get green here before the end of this finish. You know, points at the end of the day. They don't want to lose to these good draft drivers. I mean, these dash drivers that come in, you know, and gobble up their points. You know, so. Got to get it right now. AJG is on point, so he's liking the guy here in the front. But I do believe RKM, if he has to use the chrome horn to get the W, I think he will. He hasn't had a win this year, and he's hungry. Let's see. That's going to put RKM on the high line now. So let's see where that's going to. All night we've seen the high line. This Trout starts behind, and then Spanker, second row. Ooh, 96 got a good start, and he automatically came down low on the Trout.
That might have been trying to get some help from his teammate, mate.
Right. I think that's what I was hoping they were trying to plan. As you can see, look how much 3-4 car lanes in one corner. Oh, Trout squirreling around in a second. He better hope no one gets him in the bumper right there. He straightens it out. RKM moved all the way back to 4th or 5th here, but he's still working the bottom, and it looks like we got a pretty clean run going this time with AJG out front. I don't see as much bobbing and weaving because I'm watching from the leader's view back. You know, 18 right behind AJG.
Ooh, got a couple cars stacking up 6s around the back, but looks to be a single car incident.
Yeah, I think we're going to stay green here. It was a 23 even gets to bobbling around. I see as he makes corner entry, it's like he starts bobbling a little bit. Trout, he looks like he has got a fast enough car. He says, "I'm gonna pass you on the high side, AJG. See if AJG gives stays on the bottom and gives him the high side. Their teammates gives him the room to do it." So far, he has.
Here comes
Look,
Spanker with a
almost with
run.
Spanker really forcing it on Moo. He put a bumper in there where it's almost not a good spot to put a bumper, and he thought better of it. It was one car mowing the grass down, but he saves it. I believe that was Boomhauer mowing the grass down. We see RKM sitting there in fifth, kind of behind the 38, just kind of chilling. I think we got 4 Toyotas and 1 Chevy in the top 5 right now. Spanker, our lone Chevy.
Now it's 3 Toyotas, a Chevrolet, and a Ford. And we got a car on the apron in the back.
Ford is a Ford. Okay, the 38. Yeah.
FC Spanker trying to make a move on
look
Trout.
Look at that, Spanker.
Oh, contact!
Trout said no, and heavy contact.
He went airborne.
Goodness. Our whole field just got destroyed. I don't know if that was purposeful, but it seemed like the 18 and the 9 made a contact, and then 18 come back and said, "No, sir," and it was lots of damage after that. I could see where he might have been aggravated from the 3. Spanker, he put it 3 wide at one time.
I don't think it's because I think it's just bad angle. He was made them think he was there and took a while. Let's say try to hit his angle going the corner and just misjudged him.
Right. I mean, you don't understand that. I did today. I watched one of your streams, Trey, and I was watching how you were just going through several different views as you and you actually get a good view that way. And I never thought of that. And because if you stick with just nose views, you're blind in certain spots. If you're in car view, you're blind in certain spots. And full car view, you're blind in certain spots. And I was watching how you was running the dash, and you were switching views through the corner, and I was like, that's pretty cool, man. And I heard next year from nose view, you're actually going to be able.
Ooh, 24's on the apron.
24 tightens around, big trouble. Back half of our field again taken out. Tonight, this has been a lot of cautions. I believe.
From the Texas race, there was really not a lot of cautions. It was more a lot of green flag run. Now we come here. I think it's more because of how this track is in the draft, where you just get such a big run and everybody's so close together, and it's just hard to make a mistake.
It's tough. And I don't want to talk down on anybody, but they should just try to have a little more patience and use. There is a brake pedal on it. It's there on the left side, and just use just a little, let off a little bit. You don't have to be so aggressive. But tonight, a lot of people want to win these races. They're so hard to win. I get it. It's not my style of driving, but I get it as well. 42, kind of something way low off the restart right there, and let's see if it's going to help him in turn 1. It does, actually. Look at that run Smitty gets. He kind of got all by himself there. The 22 we ain't talking about all night.
The boom got forced 3 wide in the middle.
In the back, 38 spinning, 3 cars in the back spinning. Are they gonna call the caution?
Yeah, and we're getting close to less than 10 laps to go now. So, like I said, the intensity is really starting to get picked up now.
And we hadn't even talked to RJ Smitty all night, and then all of a sudden, look, bam, he's there. To show you how some of these guys attack these races. They'll be patient, until the end of the stages and say, okay, points time, points time. And so we're going to see what happens. It's going to get interesting. RKM, I don't know where he's at right now in traffic. He's sitting there in 4th, I believe.
He is in...
No, that was AGG in 4th. That was my pick. I don't know if no longer he's going to have a chance. He's looking like he's back here in the back. It's going to be hard for him, my pick, to come back. Well, he's about in 6th place. Teddy
He's
come
in
back from last, and he's in the
7th.
2nd row. So, anything's possible here. As a 42, you see how he dips down on that restart. It really helps him get a jump on 2nd place. Right now, Smitty has, he's protecting the bottom really well from AJG. He's in the catbird seat.
Ooh, got caught way up the track.
Don't go. You know
Here
what I
comes
keep
AJG. He's right on the back bumper of RJ. He's gonna try. Ooh, he tried to go low, try to follow him. Here comes Lysa Plant in the 4 car right behind him.
RKM and Taddy's right there too as well.
Oh, contact!
AJG up near the wall. He gets back down low. Oh. 42 right now is saying bye-bye. He is really on a rail right now. RJ Smitty has that thing hooked up. Oh, his Trout's down there on the inside. Can he save it? Oh,
No,
comes up and makes contact. Big trouble here at Vegas again. Man, it's such good racing once they get, going. I understand when you get down the apron, it's hard to keep it down there, but it seemed like he come and just let it fly back up there, but I understand it's hard. But it's going to be unfortunate for RKM, really, because he's going to have to start 2nd on the outside, the dreaded outside row.
Actually, he's 4th at the moment.
Oh, okay, 4th.
Well, I
just noticed the guys starting on the outside, they get stacked up, and that's what's been causing a lot of these wrecks. The guys on the bottom get these big runs, and then the guy on tops want to blend in, and they're like a total mile an hour, like a 5 mile an hour difference, and they can't blend like that.
But like I said, when we come back at this green flag, like see right here, we be coming to a first, like saying, not overtime yet, but it's gonna be like 3 laps to go, maybe a green white checker.
It could be.
As we see, Smitty using that line again, trying to get a big gap, but Plant says, you ain't gonna get away from me.
I think these drivers know right now, and Taddy, he lost a whole bunch of positions.
Ooh, Taddy's up tracking the wall.
He kept it clean.
Ooh, big wreck. Oh, they saved it. I don't know how, but here comes Plant to the inside.
For Plant, yeah, he looked.
Trying to peek him. Here comes AJG on the outside of him.
Ooh, Smitty. I tell you what, it's gonna be hard for them. Some of them in the grass, Trout in the grass.
Big wreck. They're stacking
another
up.
Big wreck back there. That could be the end of a race because they actually passed the line. If that was a green-white checker, this would be the end of the race because
no, we still got another attempt.
Okay, one more attempt. Green-white checker. I actually got a. But Sundays is race days at our house. We watch the Monster Energy race and then we watch the Giggity race. Giggity.
But yeah, this will be our first attempt in overtime, so see what can happen. Now we got RJ up front.
Dead last. Oh man, him and Trout. So they're gonna have to have really good. Sorry to interrupt you there, buddy. RJ Smitty's gonna be tough to beat.
Well, they're 3 wide behind them. RKM forced the issue. Try and get them spots back.
Ooh. AJG's looking underneath Plant.
Oh, boom, making it across. Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, 23 hard into the 4. That was big time there. That's going to be another attempt at a green-white checker, I believe, unless that was the 3rd attempt.
No.
Heavy hit there by the 23. Like he just down hard. Like it was after. This was after trouble was already happening in the back. So it might have been he let go of the controller because the caution happened. It might have happened in the caution. But, oh no, he took Plant out. see what happens here. Line him up for another green-white checker. Right now, Smitty is looking tough to beat.
Yeah, he's got Boom on his outside, but this time he's got Titan on his back
Titans
bumper.
behind him. All right, we ain't talked about him all night, and he's made it back up to third place.
Let's see if Titan can make a move on the 42 car.
If anybody can keep, let's see if they can keep it
Titan
clean here for the last two
Titan
laps.
going in the 1 and 2. That's going to open the door for Lights of Plant coming to the inside. Oh, big red.
Heavy contact, 18, 21, 22, 2. Wow.
And they are...
Is it unlimited chances at the restarts here, or is that...
It's on, if I remember the rules right, it's unlimited. They can go as many times as they want to in green water. The leader has to get by either the overtime line or get to the start finish line, take the white flag for the race to be called.
This is something right now we've had so many green white checkers that fuel could become an issue.
That is true.
Yeah, this race could get taken away from Smitty if these wrecks keep happening. He's going to have to pit for fuel. So Smitty's sitting here going, guys, please, come on, let's please race this thing to the white flag, and then let's go crazy. I've been in that position before, not in, to where one green white checker would put me out, tight fuel situations off sometimes. Let's see if they can do it. He gets his dip off onto the apron like he normally does. He gets a little run. Let's see if they can make it work here at about our 5th attempt on a green white checker. Smitty looks like he has the strongest car in the field. This Chevrolet is looking good right now.
Ooh, Titans got a run.
24 Titans teammates. Chevrolet teammates, but he gives them the bottom. Oh, almost. Let's see, they're going to make it work. It's 4 on the high side. It's getting a big
Plant. He's got a big run on the outside line. And here comes Titans.
23 is pushing him.
Oh, got a car on the grass.
Titans is pushing 42, but I think they make it around the white flag, so anything after this is going to be official.
Ooh. It's like
Plant, big move.
Big run on the outside. He might get him on the outside. It looks like he's going to get that big run on the outside. He does get nose out edge of RJ as they go in 3. He clears them.
AJ in second.
The question is, can AJ get to the bumper? The question is no. Plant's going to come on forward to the straightaway and take
Plant's going to win it with AJG second and RJ Smitty third.
Wow, what a move on the outside. What a move on the outside.
That was a power move. Power move
really
made it stick. I didn't see anybody try that line all night, try to make that exact move. Everybody was bottom, middle, never seen anybody try that. That was a power move right there. I thought he was going to make it. I thought for sure he was going to get so tight that Smitty had it. I thought he's hitting the wall. That was awesome. Great race. Well, I'll let you congratulate the winners. I have to actually cut down early here. I have to go get formula for the baby, but it was been a great race night again. Yeah. And good job, Trey. Can't wait to see you out on the track and back on the in the booth again next Sunday. Good job, buddy.
All right.
And congratulate our winners for me.
All right. So we're gonna try to get our winners up here from both races, from Vegas and Texas. So we'll try and get our recent winner of Plant up in here in that 4 car. So let's do this. Right. Let's see if we can get Plant up in here. Let's try to get Plant in here to give him a quick talk. See what his reaction in that big move he made on the outside to get past RJ was a big move, a move that we saw early in the race in a long run. As we have him in the booth for now, our winner in Vegas, Plant. Are you
Yeah,
there,
what's up,
buddy?
man? Oh
Uh,
yeah.
fir- First question is your voice to always allow.
No, it is.
It is.
No, it is.
But man, what a move! Like I have no words for me. That was a straight power move on the outside of Smitty. Like go through that last
uh,
that green white checker finish and that move you made on him. Just give us your reaction of what was going through your mind when you made that move.
um, I knew the second line was gonna, be backed up because always the second line always drops on restarts. But my original goal was to kind of pinch them a little bit without getting them onto the apron and spinning them out. That's the last thing I wanted to do for them. Um, so glad that I was able to pinch them just enough just to kind of get a little side draft off of them and still be able to keep momentum. And going into turn 3 and 4, I was just like, whatever. I'm not gonna live. If I hit the wall, whatever. Just
Just
going for a win.
yeah, just go, just hold throttle, hope it stick, and it did. And you got such a big run. I don't know if maybe he got loose in the entry after he got off him or whatever, but that was a great move, man. But solid win for you. I think this makes your first win here in the Cup Series, so congrats on
Yeah,
that.
it's
So
my first win for the sliders. So I'm
yes,
pretty stoked about that.
so congrats on that win, man. Like I say, we saw you start on pole at the last race. You started mid pack here, and like saying from going from a hard start and
No,
hard
I
finish.
started second.
Oh, you
I
did?
started second here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
For
you got.
Atlanta.
So for most of the night, you started about near the front row. So you had a good run tonight. So like saying,
Yeah. Atlanta, I figured I'd do better, but I accidentally put in the first slider and was fighting the car all day. Um,
but yeah,
Vegas, I made sure I put it right.
yeah, but yeah, congrats on the win, man. And like I said, we enjoy what you just put on a show for. So congrats.
Oh yeah, hopefully everybody's watching, had a great time, enjoyed. I'd like to thank my team, all the Ford group, and everybody for helping me get set up and all that. Definitely an honor for what we did today, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed it.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Alright.
Yeah. So let's see, let's Plant showing what he can do. But let's see if we can get our Texas winner of Spanker in here and get a few words from him. We got our two winners. Do I have him as a friend? Let's see if we can get Spanker here in that 9. What's that 9 card? In that 9 card. Let's see if we can get him in here. So we can get Spanker up in here. Spanker,
Hey,
is your party sins to always allow?
huh?
Is your party sins to always allow?
For my voice?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Just wanted to get you in here just to congratulate you on the win at Texas, and just wanted to get your feedback from the when you won the race and everything, especially the last race at Vegas. If you want to talk about it.
Well, the last race at Vegas was not the best race. Um, Guys were being way too aggressive. If they got like a run from the draft, they'd usually take it. Or if they saw someone slip up and there was a little hole, they'd go for it. So there were a lot of accidents, as you saw.
Yeah. But let's talk about what happened at Texas, man. Like you saw, like saying you have Celtics, Titan, Taddy all up front, but you came out of nowhere, like mid and second stage and third stage, and especially, did you play some strategy on that last pit stop, or did you just get a good pit stop? You just got a big lead out of it.
Well, yeah, so like you said, I didn't really have the track position during that race at all. And what I was noticing was all the front runners, they would pit early to get the advantage of fresh tires because like with 4 laps to 3 laps left on your tires, your car would go com to crap completely. So, but what I did was I just stayed out until I ran it dry, and that gave me a fuel advantage over those guys. And what ended up happening was they ended up hitting too early, and they'd end up having to save when I just could just run flat out the whole time. And when they were saving, I was able to pass Titans and Celtics fan
All right.
and hold them off.
That's like I said. That's what we was thinking up here in the blue, like, cause it looked like you just got a big run of picks and everything. It looked like that's what we were thinking. They were saving to get enough, but congra- congrats, man, on that win at Texas. I think it's what your second win in the series so far this year.
No, nope, that's my first.
I thought you already got one this year, but
Yeah, no, I wish.
but again, congratulations on the win, and let's hope to see you more. Hope you can go get them next week too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Appreciate it. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
All right, but like I said, we will end the stream here. You saw what happened. We had two different winners, Ford and Chevrolet, in Spanker at Texas and Life's Plant at Vegas. And we once again to take a moment to wish the families of both in El Paso and Ohio our condolences for all the people they lost, and our memories go out to their our hearts go out to them, and we want to say we're, we hope and pray for everything that goes on. But until next time, it's Giggity Racing. If you haven't done it yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and hit the bell button so you know when we go live racing. And until then, we'll see you next time.